So I had some questions that came up on the YESWELDER MiG 205DS. So this is a very nice welder here. It's a 5-in-1 multi-processor, and this is something you turn your power on the rear side of it. You've got your duty cycle rating on it. You've got a nice fan to keep it cool. If you move over to the plate on the inside, you can see that it can run the 2 or the 10-pound spool. This is also capable of running the spool gun. So this right here, you load it like any other welder. So when it comes to the front side of it, this is a nice LCD screen on it. It's very visible, very clear. You've got a dust shield on it to keep some of the sparks and so forth out of the display. Now you can change the mode on it here. If a manual MiG, a synergic MiG, you can move into a stick or the lift TIG. And then over here on the other side, you can see that you can change your gas, no matter if you're running 100%, 75-25, or flux, and the aluminum setting on the bottom side. Now, this is where you can change your wire feed speed, and you move over, and then you have the position, so that way you can change your wire itself as a 0.6 millimeter or 0.023, move up to a 0.030, 0.035, and a 0.045. So this is something you can change that parameter, as well as changing your voltage and your amperage here. That's where it puts you in control of that. So it does come with the nice leads on it, the ground, your stick. So we move over to the lead itself. This is a very comfortable wand on it. It's got the spring on it, so that way it prevents the kinking on it. So this is a pretty nice setup, as well as the clamp itself. It's a pretty nice clamping force on it. So another thing is, looking over here at the chart, one question that came up was, what can it weld? So as you did see, that we are set up to run a carbon steel, and if you look over here, we can actually run all the way up to a 1/4 inch on the carbon steel, and depending on your wire size on that, we would need to change our amperage to, say, 160 amps or 200 amps, and that's what the machine is set up to run, as a variable anywhere from a 20 up to a 200 amp setting on that. So if you change your gauge to, say, a 20 gauge or 16 gauge, you basically just find the amperage that you would need on that, set the voltage, and then you have the option to change that parameter for the wire feed as a synergic, so it matches it to that voltage and amperage, or you can manually dial in how you feel more comfortable with that. So it also has the lift TIG and the stick, but as you can see, they all have similar parameters on the amperage and voltage. So the aluminum, 1/4 inch, stainless steel, 1/4 inch, the flux, as well as the MiG, 1/4 inch. So as you see, the 1/4 inch chart is full all the way down. So this right here can weld all 5 settings in a 1/4 inch. So this is a one-stop shop. Again, it's a 5-in-1 welder, and YESWELDER stands behind it. And you got their 1-800 number, toll-free number 1855. So when it comes down to it, when you're ready to step up into the aluminum and lift TIG, at a very affordable price here, the YESWELDER MiG 205DS is a pretty sweet machine here. And I've used it for about 4 months here, and I've been very comfortable with it. Very nice weld. I still need to, dive more into the other aluminum and stainless and so forth, but baby steps, and this right here is one nice baby. Check it out, the link down below. This is one you will not be disappointed with.